What exactly happened the day that Celeste went missing? I went ahead and looked at the astrology of the day for both her and David, and it actually took me back several months into 2023. If you're following with me in this story, this might be interesting to you. A few things to consider is we do not have their time of birth, so we are only focusing on the planets, the signs they're in, and how they're talking to each other, aka the aspects. So she was reported missing on April 5, 2024. I find this date really interesting because energetically, this is when David would be at his strongest. I do think that during this period, David was working through serious insecurities. Now, when you do not have God in your heart, these insecurities can consume you. The devil itself says, "Give me a disobedient child and I will take them from you for the rest of life or for the rest of time." Obedience and maturity in this respect is what keeps you close to God. So when you have a person who is far from that, allegedly, right, with in the industry and the surroundings that this brings in, you have a person who is very distant from it. So the snake, the voice of the snake or the voice of the serpent, the lie becomes very strong in their energy field, and they potentially succumb to it. So how do we know that David was struggling with extreme insecurities? Well, he has the South Node in Libra. He also has Jupiter in Libra. So it shows us a story of, I have a lot of people around me, but I also hate that they're around me. I also hate that they follow me. I also hate who they are because they like me. And so there's a rejection going on here of anybody who is close to him. Essentially, because of this extreme insecurity, I don't know that David respects anybody around him and who wants to be connected to him, because all he wants to do is be on his own. His North Node in Aries is painting a story of, what do I really need to do to be single or to be on my own or to feel independent or to feel like a leader or to feel like masculine energy is within me. He has Mercury, Sun, and Venus in Aries. He literally has a stellium that is supposed to be benevolent. But what we're coming to see is that he is here correcting this energy. He is here elevating it and figuring out what leadership looks like in the form of a mental or through words, which is his music, in the form of his ego, his leadership, and in the form of his relationships. So I understand that she was reported missing in April, but my astrology is actually taking me back into 2023. So it would be 8 months before, around September 2023, when David had his progressed moon at 20 degrees of Cancer, which would have been conjunct his Saturn. That to me looked like a very big stressful period for him. And it also correlates to her chart, because she does have karmic placements in Cancer as well. So I think that something went around, something happened on a more serious way, anywhere from September to December of 2023. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. On December 2023, David would have gone through his nodal return, which means that the North Node in real time met up with his North Node in real time. To me, as an astrologer who is karmically focused and puts a lot of value into the North and South Node, that's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. Who messes that up? You gotta be very far away from God to mess this up, because that's one of the golden transits. It's a golden transit. So to usurp that into a power play just says a lot about the person and where they are. So he came into significant power in December 2023. I don't know him or his story. I don't know what happened. Maybe you guys can tell me what took place around that time. But that gave him the confidence for sure to do what he wanted to do. Okay? To come into this connection and assert his will. okay? Assert his will. It's like, what are you going to do with the energy that God gives you? Are you going to use it in the correct way or not? Remember, the fall of humanity is disobedience, and the point of pain is disobedience to yourself, to natural law, to the cosmos, and to the way of God. So if you want to get out of pain, you begin to be obedient to yourself, to the universal laws and the heavens above. Okay. All right. This is what I have for today, so this doesn't get too long. Let me know any questions. Is there a lot more? Yes, there's a ton more to talk about, but I'm going to keep it here. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys on the next video, where I'm going to be talking about Cardi B and Stefano's synastry.